Ladies and gentlemen, now today we've got 6 brand new 5-star dungeon crystals, and they're about as inconsistent as they've ever been, but still they give you a much increased chance to get a specific champion. So the way that these crystals work is you get the fragments via doing dungeons and the milestones, and each one of these crystals does contain 10 champions. So in most of these crystals there's about 2 champions that you really want, maybe a few champions that you wouldn't mind, and about 5 or 6 champions that you really don't want. So there are a couple of good ones when it comes to consistency. I think the Nightmare and Death ones are very consistent, probably have the best ratios, and actually useful champion. However, I think for a lot of people, man, I think the War Crystal is very enticing if you do not have a 5-star version of Aegon or Thing. So those are the 2 jackpot champions in this crystal. So it's a 10% chance at Aegon, 10% chance at Thing. So there's a 1 in 5 opening this crystal that you're either going to get Thing or Aegon, and Aegon is just a cheat code to so much endgame content at the moment. Labyrinth of Legends, Abyss of Legends, a lot of the stuff in Act 6 as well he's really good for. So if I didn't have Aegon, this is the crystal I would gamble for, because that 10% chance at Aegon in this crystal is obviously much better at the 1 in 140 chance that you have, or something like that, in the 5-star basic currently. So yeah, it's nice to see Aegon in there. I was kind of doubtful that he was going to make a return because of his dominance and stuff like the Abyss of Legends, but it's very nice to see him in the War Crystal there. So the ones that I do like, I like the Death Crystal and the Nightmare Crystal. So if you're looking for about a 50-50 gamble on a useful champion, these are good ones to go for. So the Death Crystal, the good characters are Cull Obsidian, Spider-Man Stealth Suit, She-Hulk, Spider-Gwen, and Dr. Octopus. Aside from that, you got Red Skull, Juggernaut, Diablo, Storm, and Beast. So yeah, it is about 50-50 as to whether or not you're going to get somebody really useful or somebody that's just like a massive noodle in that one. So that one, again, isn't too bad, man, if you need some of those characters toward the top. And then we got the 5-star Nightmare Crystal. So this one has a chance at Symbiote Supreme, also Archangel, Medusa, OG Thor, Killmonger, Agent Venom, Yellow Jacket, MODOK, Rocket Raccoon, or Iron Patriot. So I'd say the first 5 champions certainly ain't too bad to get. Maybe Thor isn't quite as spicy as he used to be, but Symbiote Supreme, Archangel, Medusa, and Killmonger for a lot of people are really big wins and can help out progressing rosters a good ton there. Then we also have some other crystals. So we got the Genesis one here. So if you're really after Ghost, like, this is really the one to go for. So this one has 5-star Ghost. It's also got Ghost Rider, Rogue, Cable, Carnage. Carnage ain't too bad at all, man. It also has Captain Marvel Classic, Taskmaster, Thor Ragnarok, Invisible Woman, or Spider-Man Classic. So I don't think there's anybody in here, maybe apart from Cable, Captain Marvel Classic, that's like a massive useless dud. But yeah, it's certainly not the best additional lineup of champions, but it's alright. This one certainly isn't bad to go for, but I'd only go for this one personally if I was trying to hunt down either Ghost or Ghost Rider, because I think those are the big wins when it does come to the 5-star Genesis Crystal. Now, we got the 5-star Chaos Crystal here, and initially reading this one, I didn't think it really sounded that great. So it's got 5-star Namor, then it's got Captain Marvel, and I realized that this Captain Marvel is actually the movie version, so that's our official name in-game. It's just Captain Marvel, like the other one got changed to Captain Marvel Classic. So just to quickly show you my roster, man, if we have a look at this Captain Marvel, she's just called Captain Marvel, whereas if we go to the Classic version, it is Captain Marvel Classic. So something there that I initially overlooked, but then looking into the names a bit more, I think it is the new version of Captain Marvel, and there is like nothing really going on there at Crystal apart from like the new Captain Marvel and also Namor, so it kind of makes sense like balance wise as well. There is also like Crossbones, Hawkeye. Like, Crossbones ain't too bad, Hawkeye's alright as well. OG Cap, Wasp ain't too bad in all fairness. Hulkbuster is getting a buff. Howard the Duck, Thor, Jane Foster, and Iron Fist, not really like super spicy though. And then finally we have the 5-star Evolution Crystal, which some of the bigger wins in this one are Captain America Infinity War, probably the jackpot there. Also Iron Man Infinity War, Namor, Morningstar, your Ebony Moore, Bishop, X23. There's also Black Bolt. So I believe this is 5-star Black Bolt's debut into the game, which is a little bit interesting because I've got a 6-star Awakened Black Bolt, but the thing is, to make Black Bolt really good, you need his Awakened ability and a very high signature level as well, and also the Medusa and Karnak synergy. So maybe with a 5-star Black Bolt, you could see a little bit of spice there, man. Might be a little bit fun to play around with. I think if I'm going to open one of these crystals, I might gamble for a 5-star Black Bolt just because he's the, you know, new exclusive trophy champion. But aside from that, this crystal is probably one of the most lacking in value, I would say. But if you're desperately after those Infinity War characters or Morningstar, like, again, none of these crystals, depending on the right scenario, are a bad gamble. It depends what you're after, what your roster needs. But in all honesty, if you do not have Aegon, I suggest going for the big gamble on the War Crystal. But just bear in mind, aside from Aegon and Thing, you've got like Nebula, Yondu, Mephisto, Loki, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Kamala Khan, Superior Iron Man. So not really too much to fall back on aside from Aegon or Thing. But I think like Aegon, the gamble, is 100% worth it because he just pays off in such a big way if you can get him. And Thing is just a cheat code to so much content, man. Very good for the first variant as well. Just demolishes the second one. He's just crazy for all sorts of content. And again, I still don't think it's like the worst idea in the world. If you want to save a few artifacts, you can just go for the regular 5-star hero crystal. Again, there's a really good consistency to get a champion. You've got like a just over a 50% chance to get a character that I deem as high demigod tier or above at the 5-star basic now. So again, it's not the worst gamble in the world, and it's a little bit cheaper than some of the basic ones. But if you do have that increased like full 10% chance of getting Aegon, I can tell you it is much better than the 1 in 140. So if I didn't have Aegon, man, I'm just saying the War Crystal does represent the best gamble you can get in the game for Aegon currently. And if you're asking, hey, what 3-star or 4-star crystal should I buy? The answer is none, man. You want to save up your artifacts until you can get the 5-star one, because look at it this way, man, you wouldn't spend like 3,300 5-star shards on a 4-star crystal. That'd be terrible value. So if you are grinding, if you're building up that roster, man, honestly, just put these artifacts away and just keep on expanding your 5-star roster throughout other means in the game, so you can eventually get one of these crystals in the future, because it is just such an incredible waste to spend those artifacts on 4 stars. That's my just a little tip of the day there. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, what do you believe are some of the best value crystals out of the dungeons this time? I again strongly believe it's the War one if you don't have Aegon, but again, it's very circumstantial depending on what champions you're after and also what you're trying to do next in the game. I can see an argument maybe going for the Ghost one if you are a massive fan of that champion, because she can do a lot of stuff in the game. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, man. It's your gamble. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today's video, and if you did enjoy it, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.